Imagine soaring over the lush, dense forests of East Mexico, where an endless canopy of green stretches as far as the eye can see. Hidden in these depths lies a secret that whispers of an ancient civilization, the mysterious Mayans. But what if I told you that beneath this cover, between the earth and stone, lies a hidden chamber within a cave-like tunnel? What secrets could it be guarding? What stories of the past are etched in its silent walls? Join us as we tease apart the layers of history and set out on a journey deep into the heart of Mayan mystery. A group of archaeologists set off on an exciting adventure in eastern Mexico, heading into a dense forest. Their target? A mysterious cave-like tunnel hidden among the trees. They had heard rumors about something unusual in this cave and wanted to check it out themselves. Getting into the cave was quite a challenge. The entrance was narrow, just a small gap leading deep underground. It was so dark inside that they couldn't see anything without their special equipment. Despite the risks and the cramped space, the team pushed on, determined to find out what was down there. After a lot of effort, they managed to get 230 feet down. At first, they didn't see anything that caught their eye. But then, they found something big. A secret room blocked off by a large rock. This discovery was full of questions. Who built this hidden room so deep in the cave? When was it made? And why was it sealed off? Finding this room was a huge moment for the archaeologists. They thought it could tell them a lot about the ancient Mayan civilization. Just the fact that there was a room so deep underground suggested that the people who made it had advanced methods to achieve such high-level architecture. Now, standing in front of the sealed room, the archaeologists knew they were on the brink of a major discovery. They were about to open a door into history, into a place that had been hidden and untouched for hundreds, maybe even thousands of years. This wasn't just another dig. It was a chance to uncover a part of the past that nobody knew about. Tucked away in the east of Mexico lies a dense forest, a place that looks like it's just trees as fair as the eye can see. But there's more to it than meets the eye. This forest holds the secrets of the ancient Mayan civilization. Back in the day, this entire area was buzzing with Mayan life. They built not just one or two, but over 60 cities here. It was their turf, and they were pretty good at what they did. The Mayans were ahead of their time. They built these massive pyramids and cities way before modern tools and tech. They were into farming, pottery, writing stuff in hieroglyphics, kind of like ancient emojis, making calendars, math, and some really cool architecture and art. Just imagine, they did all this without any of the modern gadgets we have today. But here's the twist in the story. Despite being so skilled and advanced, the Mayans just vanished. It's like one day they were there, building and creating, and the next, poof, gone. Nobody knows for sure why they left or where they went. It's one of those big history mysteries. They left behind these awesome buildings and cities, and now they're just sitting there, hidden under a blanket of leaves and branches in this huge forest. Modern tech like LiDAR, a fancy machine that shoots laser pulses from the sky to map the ground, has helped us find over 4,500 Mayan ruins. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. There could be more out there, just waiting to be discovered. So, here's the million-dollar question. What happened to the Mayans? Why would a civilization on top of its game just up and leave? That's the mystery that's got everyone scratching their heads. It's like they just erased themselves from their own story. And now, all we've got are these ruins and a whole lot of questions. One of the technological gears we mentioned was the LiDAR. We told you what it does, but how does it do what it does? Let's talk about it. It's like a secret weapon for uncovering the hidden mysteries of the Mayan ruins. Picture this. There's a plane flying over the dense forests of Mexico, and it's sending out a shower of laser beams onto the ground below. These beams are like super spy gadgets. They can go through the trees and hit the ground, bouncing back to the plane. This back-and-forth action helps create a detailed map of what's beneath the forest canopy. It's like having X-ray vision, but for the ground. Now, this isn't just any map. It's a map that reveals the secrets of an ancient world hidden for centuries under the thick green cover. Thanks to LiDAR, we're not just guessing where the Mayan cities and structures are, we're seeing them. The lasers form an image that shows mounds, walls, and even entire cities that once belonged to the Mayans. It's like the lasers are peeling back layers of time and forest to show us a world we never knew existed. Here's where it gets even more interesting. So far, this technology has helped us discover over 4,500 ruins. That's a lot of hidden history, right? But here's the thing. Experts believe there are even more out there. The Mayans were prolific builders, and their civilization was vast. So, while we've uncovered a significant part of their world, there's still more waiting to be found. So imagine this vast ancient civilization with cities, temples, and pyramids, all lying hidden under a forest in Mexico. Now, thanks to modern technology, we're bringing these secrets to light. Each discovery is like adding a piece to a giant historical puzzle, helping us understand the Mayans and their incredible legacy. LiDAR is not just a tool, it's a time machine, taking us back to an era of grandeur and mystery. In the heart of a lush Mexican forest, archaeologists stumbled upon Kiwik, a small village once part of the great Mayan civilization. Here, they stumbled upon an incredible find. A 30-foot-tall pyramid, a stunning piece of architecture from 1,000 years back, built with more than 20,000 stone blocks. This pyramid was more than just a quiet showcase of Mayan engineering skills. It was a keeper of hidden secrets, eager to be revealed. Driven by their growing curiosity, the team bravely decided to dig into the pyramid. They wanted to know, could this pyramid, like others from the Mayan era, contain a royal chamber? Was it a resting place for a long-forgotten king? As they dug deeper, their questions only multiplied. Then, about 21 feet into the pyramid, they found something unexpected. A flat stone, unlike the others used in the construction. This stone didn't fit the architectural style of the Mayans for pyramid building. Instead, it resembled those used to support the roofs of rooms, a clue hinting at something more beneath the surface. It was as if the pyramid whispered its secrets, suggesting the presence of a hidden tomb. This discovery was a game changer. The flat stone suggested that the Pyramid of Kiwik was more than a towering structure. It was a cryptic puzzle box crafted in stone, housing stories from a bygone era. This raised new questions. Who was buried here? What treasures or tales did this tomb hold? The mystery of Kiwik's pyramid deepened, beckoning the archaeologists to dive further into the enigma of the Mayan civilization's past. The discovery soon turned into a puzzle when radiocarbon dating revealed the pottery to be approximately 1,500 years old. This posed a puzzling question. The pottery predated the pyramid's construction by about 3 centuries. The pyramid itself, a grand structure of the Mayan era, was believed to have been built around 1200 AD. This timeline discrepancy opened a gateway to a host of new questions. Historically, the Yucatan region, home to Kiwik, was a part of the northern Maya territory. However, during the time when the chamber inside the pyramid was supposedly constructed, around 1500 AD, it was believed that the Mayans hadn't yet arrived in this region. So, who then built this royal chamber? And why was pottery, seemingly older than the pyramid itself, found within it? These findings contradicted the established understanding of Mayan history and migration patterns. The mystery deepened further when considering the broader historical context. The Mayans, known for their advanced civilization, skilled craftsmanship, and architectural marvels, suddenly vanished, leaving behind their grand cities and structures. This pottery piece in Kiwik's pyramid, with its conflicting age, added another layer of mystery to the already baffling disappearance of the Mayan civilization. Archaeologists faced a conundrum. to unravel the tangled threads of history and piece together a coherent story from the fragments left behind. The tiny piece of clay, found in the depths of a Mayan pyramid, turned out to be a significant clue in understanding the complex and intriguing history of the Mayan people. Driven by the enigma of the pyramid and the mysterious pottery shard, our team of archaeologists ventured towards a nearby cave, hoping to uncover further secrets of the ancient Mayan civilization. The journey was not without its perils. The cave's entrance was a narrow slit within the rocks, leading into a realm of complete darkness. It required not just courage, but meticulous planning and the right equipment to navigate. As they delved deeper, the cave revealed its hidden depths, stretching down to an astonishing 230 feet below the surface. The air was thick with the weight of history, and every step took them further into the unknown. Finally, their perseverance paid off when they stumbled upon a secret chamber, a discovery that would potentially rewrite history. This chamber, hidden deep within the earth, was a treasure trove of ancient artifacts. Scattered around were remnants of used fire torches, their charred remains speaking of a time long gone when they lit the way for ancient ceremonies. These torches painted a vivid picture of a past where light and shadow played a crucial role in the mystical rites of the Mayans. But it was the broken pieces of pottery that caught the archaeologists' attention. Each fragment was a puzzle piece, holding the key to understanding the mysterious rituals that might have taken place within this hidden chamber. These pieces bore a striking resemblance to the shard found in the pyramid's basement, suggesting a connection between the two sites. The discovery raised more questions than it answered. Was this cave a site of worship or ritual for the Mayans? Did the broken pots signify some forgotten ritual, their shattered remains an offering to the gods? And most intriguingly, what was the connection between the pyramid and this secret chamber deep within the earth? As the team pondered these questions, they realized that every new discovery was a small step in unraveling the complex tapestry of Mayan history. The secrets of the cave were just beginning to reveal themselves, promising more revelations about a civilization that continues to fascinate and mystify the world. All right, let's dive into something really fascinating we found in that cave near Kiwik. Picture this. The cave is filled with broken pottery pieces, right? But here's the kicker. When you try to put these pieces back together, there's always one piece missing from each pot. It's like a puzzle with a piece deliberately left out. This got us thinking, why would someone do that? Now, remember that lone piece of pottery we found in the pyramid's basement? It turns out it fits right in with these pieces from the cave. It's like they were all part of the same set. This was a big clue. It seemed like the people who built the pyramid and those who hung out in this cave had something in common. We started to think that this cave was more than just a cave. It was special, maybe even sacred. The way these pots were broken on purpose looked like it was part of a ritual. Maybe people took a piece of the pot with them as a souvenir or as part of their tradition. This whole thing paints a cool picture of life back in Kiwik. It's like the cave was their sacred spot, a place where breaking a pot meant more than just making a mess. It was part of their way to connect with something bigger, something spiritual. So, we're not just finding old pieces of pottery here. We're uncovering a story, a piece of the past that shows us how these people lived, what they believed in, and how they connected with their world. It's like piecing together a giant historical puzzle, and each piece tells us more about the people who once lived right where we stand today. So, we went deeper into the cave, beyond that first chamber we found. There was this narrow passage, kind of like a secret doorway. And guess what? It led to another hidden chamber. It was like stumbling into a whole new world. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. We found these incredible paintings on the walls of the chamber. And I'm not talking about your regular wall art. These were 3D paintings of jaguars. Can you imagine that? These jaguars looked so lifelike, as if they were ready to jump out of the wall. And there was this other painting, a scene of a jaguar hunting a deer. The level of detail was just mind-blowing. We had to know more about these paintings, right? So we did some analysis, and guess what we found out? These paintings are super old. We're talking about 2,100 years old. That's way before what we typically think of as the classic Mayan period. These paintings give us a whole new insight into Mayan history. It's like they're telling us a story from a time way before we thought the Mayans were around in this area. This could mean there was a civilization here, in the village of Kiwik, long before the Mayans as we know them. It's fascinating when you think about it. We're not just looking at old paintings, we're looking at a piece of history, a glimpse into a past that we didn't know much about. These paintings are like a window into the lives of people who lived thousands of years ago. And to think, all of this was hidden right beneath our feet, in a cave, just waiting to be discovered. Let's take a step back and look at everything we've uncovered in this incredible journey. We've delved deep into hidden caves, unearthed ancient pyramids, and stumbled upon artifacts and paintings that have been silent for centuries. Each discovery has been a piece of the puzzle, helping us piece together a story of the Mayans that's more complex and fascinating than we ever imagined. Isn't it incredible to think about all the civilizations that have come and gone, each building their own unique societies? It's like each one left a piece of a giant puzzle for us to solve. And talk about mysteries. Have you ever thought about the pyramids in Egypt? Those things are like a giant riddle wrapped in stone. I mean, how did the ancient Egyptians build such massive and precise structures without all the fancy tech we have today? The Great Pyramid of Giza, for example, lines up with the stars and is built with such accuracy, it's mind-blowing. It's like they knew stuff about math and astronomy that we can barely wrap our heads around even now. Every time I think about it, I'm like, wow. There's so much about these ancient builders we still don't know. It just goes to show, history is full of cool secrets waiting to be cracked open. So, what does all this mean for our understanding of Mayan history? Well, it's like we've opened a new chapter, one that talks about a time and a people before the Mayans. It's a reminder that history is never as simple as it seems, and that more secrets are always waiting to be discovered. And the big question, why did the Mayans leave? That's still a mystery. But now, we have more clues and more context to understand their world. It's like we've got a few more pieces of the puzzle, but the complete picture is still out of reach. Maybe it's hidden in another cave, or buried under another pyramid. But one thing's for sure, the secrets of the Mayans are far from being fully revealed.